I'm from the educational sector. And today, as I glanced over the objective, I focused in on strategy. I thought about strategic planning, having a blueprint, having a road map. So many of the presenters told the story, and I have one too, because I'm a storyteller. In 2012, I worked at a university across the border in Saudi, and a friend of mine called on the phone, and he's like, "Are you finished with work?" I'm like, "What's going on?" He's like, "I have a VIP ticket to Formula One race. Do you want to go?" I'm like, "Sure, let's go." He came, picked me up. 30 minutes, pretty much I was ready, went over the border, and I'm in this room full of individuals, full of life. And I noticed a group of guys that were crowded around, and it happened to be his friends. He introduced me to them. And in the introduction, he was like, "Oh, that one, they call him the Godfather." Have you ever heard that word? Godfather? And I'm like, okay. And apparently they just closed a deal worth $1 million US. So I'm like, wow, and I'm motivated. I'm like, oh, that's why I always wanted to start my own business, because look at this. They're doing big things. In any case, I went back to the States 2013, and I kept following up. Hey, what happened to those guys? What's going on with them? Pretty much, they went from being on a high to going down, just crashed. And in the back of my mind, I thought, what exactly happened? Did they have a plan, a roadmap? What happened to these individuals? What I'm saying, this is a group of guys that had individuals working for them. All those individuals basically had to pack up and leave. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about companies and how they plan. They put things in planning, not just companies, but countries and organizations. And I call it in the case of. And the first place I want to focus in on is your neighbor, United Arab Emirates. And they have basically a plan. They anticipate climate change. And believe it or not, this is not something I knew about until I put my information together for this conference. And basically, they're worried that they're going to have warmer weather, which I'm nervous about because I don't know how much hotter it could get. They are worried about less precipitation, droughts, higher sea level, and more storms. So what they have done, pretty much, they have 4 categories that they created. Environmental awareness. They want their people to be aware of what's going on. So what they're doing, they have awareness campaigns. You know about what's going on through their media, through conferences such as this. That's what they're doing. And it says, in May 2018, the UAE hosted the Abu Dhabi Access to bring together individuals from government, private sectors, and society to create momentum for serious discussion and action on climate change. Being proactive. In your organization, in your company, it's important to be proactive. Yes? You agree with me or not? Yes. Okay. I tell you, I draw my energy from you, so you got to keep up. The next, sustainable schools. And because I'm from the educational sector, that just piqued my attention. What exactly are they trying to do? Basically, they put certain information information in their curriculum, right? They focus in on STEM. You know what is STEM? Science, technology, and yes, math, yes. And they actually had this rolled out last year. Then they have the Eco Schools Initiative. And that initiative was launched as a global initiative led by the Emirates Wildlife Society. And they are encouraging schools to be a part of this. They're playing their part. So let's move off of the UAE, and we're going to move on to the United Nations. The United Nations, as you heard earlier, have the Sustainable Development Goals. The United Nations created these goals as a blueprint to achieve better and more sustainable future for all. They address the goal, the challenges we face, including poverty, inequality, climate, and peace and justice. The goal, interconnect, and basically they have a target date. In your plan, you have your goals and when you're going to reach that goal. Always attach timeline, whether it is 6 months, 1 year, 5 years, 10 years, the future. Short-term goals, mid-term goals, long-term goals. So the UN goal is 2030. That's their date. And the UN is looking to ensure universal access to affordable, reliable, and modern energy services, increase sustainability, the share of renewable energy in the global energy mix, double the global rate of improvement in energy efficiency. They're doing much more than that, but the idea that I want you to grasp, their blueprint. There's an issue, they want it solved, they put a plan in place. Of course, the plan includes a mission, a vision, and all that great stuff, the goal, your objective, and at the end of it all, you have to have a score sheet. Have you actually reached the mark that you want to reach? The EU, the European Union, in their case, they basically have a time that should be doing the same thing as I mentioned with the UAE. And of course, we're here in Bahrain, so I had to look at what's happening in Bahrain. Right? Knowledge is key. And the Higher Education Council acknowledged that they need qualified graduates to obtain jobs. Last week, I think it was last week, I went to the Bahrain Chambers of Commerce. They had an educational meeting. And one of the things that I heard, the buzz, having individuals that are qualified to do the work. Now, here it is, guys. I remember when I graduated from college, and one of the things that the university emphasized was getting experience, right? And so they had a team of individuals just to help us do internships, right? My internship at the time, because I switched field, I started out in the legal field, so I actually did an internship at the Bronx Supreme Court. It's a long story. I got scared. I was trailed by mafia seriously. And I decided, you know what, this might not be for me. But the reason I'm saying this to you is, yes, they can, your younger generation of university students can get the necessary education, but what about the work experience? And those that have the businesses, are you giving them the opportunity to prove themselves, to get that knowledge that they can be beneficial to your society? What are you doing to impact their growth? They also have a 2030 timeline. And in this strategy, they encourage the higher education to partner with business and the industry to carry out this strategic plan. So they're encouraging the business owners, be a part of this. Be a part of this because we want to be successful. I encourage you to take advantage of this. You never know. Some people are, it's too time consuming. I don't want to really deal with, the headache of working with younger individuals. It impacts you as well. One of the high-level objectives of this plan is to have higher education ecosystem that will cater to education and cultural lifestyle. For them to achieve their objectives, they plan, when I say they, in Bahrain here, again, they plan to include STEM, and we spoke about that earlier. In order to advance Bahrain higher education sector over the next 10 years, they want to include 6 strategies. And no, I did not put a PowerPoint up because I like attention. I like you to focus on me. So I want you to listen. They care about the key transformational drive for change, quality for impact, skills for the future, strategic access, Bahrain as the first choice education destination. Think about it. Ed Tech Bahrain, Startup Bahrain. Guys, I just wanted to make this short and sweet and something that you can think about. At the end of it all, whether or not you're doing business, you're working for an organization, in your personal lives, you need a plan. You cannot just, I want a house, right? What happened to the blueprint? You need structures, you need certain things in place. And just like the story that I told you in the beginning, those guys, they're back in their country starting all over again. I do not know exactly what happened, but in the back of my mind, I believe there's something wrong with the plan. Did they have a plan? And I want to say to you, if you fail to plan, what happens? You plan to fail. Let's try this again. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. I thank you for taking this time to listen to what I have to say. And at my end, I'll just say to you, have a fabulous day. Dr. Neva here, and I'm actually in Barnes & Noble sitting with a good friend and mentor of mine, Dr. Sonia. How are you?
I am wonderful. Good morning, Dr. Neva. It's so nice to be with you today.
Excellent. We're going to be just talking a little bit about staying focused and
basically, you know, knowing when something is a distraction, is something for you, or staying focused on our goals is a distraction or is an opportunity. I was expressing to Dr. Sonia that there are times or things people throw what could be opportunities at me, and I'm not sure if I should take it on because it might distract me from my goal, what I'm trying to accomplish in my business. And Dr. Sonia herself has her own business and things that she's doing, and, you know, just giving advice. So what would you say to someone who, you know, they're constantly torn between staying on a path with their business or accepting other things? Because of course sometimes we accept things because we want to make money. So what would you say?
Okay, so my first thought on that is you need to know what your passion is, first of all, okay? So if you're working on something that you're passionate about, you have to be patient, okay? And give it the time it needs to, you know, develop. Then you have to understand that in business, it's not an upward straight, you know, so you may be tempted to be attracted to different things that come along because you believe, oh, I could make some money here, I could make some money here. Now, while I do agree that multiple streams of revenue is important, you have to understand that if your opportunities that people present to you, if those opportunities are going to interfere with your focus on what you're mainly concerned with, which is your own business, okay? Think about it this way. If I say to you, Dr. Neva, I have an opportunity I'd like to introduce you to and get you involved in, right? Now you find that most of your time is devoted to the opportunity that I shared with you. My question is, where's the focus on your business? So now you're focused on my business, right? It may be that my business might be a little further ahead than yours, and you may perceive it as being more financially feasible at the time. But does that really feed into your passion? Does that really allow you to be fulfilled? Okay? So my suggestion is you've got to give your own business, if that's what you're into, if you're entrepreneurial in spirit and you want to have your own business, you've got to give it time, right? And then as opportunities are presented to you, you've got to weigh, you know, the immediate or the instant gratification as opposed to the future growth and development of your own business. Does that make sense?
Yes, it definitely makes a lot of sense. You know, sometimes, you know, I've been in the dilemma. That's why I brought it to you. You know, yes, I give advice, but also getting feedback for individuals who are on ground doing things. And can you share a little bit about what you do?
Okay, so let me just explain. I have done many things over the years. I am, you know, I'm a little more mature than Dr. Neva. Okay, let me just put it that way, politically correct. And so what I have found in this, you know, mature stage of life is that direct sales provides me with an opportunity to be my own boss without the risks involved in a business that you start from the ground up. And I have found my passion in that because I got involved with a company that's allowing me to help people feel good, okay, in terms of nutrition, you know, close their nutritional gaps. No, it's not weight loss, it's about getting premium grade supplements. And so that has given me the opportunity to do something different. Now, remember, when we met, I was a provost at a university.
Yes.
So
yes. She was my boss. That's
Right.
why she's my mentor.
Right. So,
keep her that way.
Right.
Give
Yes.
good advice. and
Right.
guide me.
So my point is, we go through different iterations of ourselves in our career, right? And so at this stage where most people are getting ready for retirement, things and times have changed in our society, and I don't feel ready for retirement. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm just saying, right? So this affords me the opportunity to be my own boss, make some decent money, and
And
help.
drive fancy cars.
Yes, this is true. This is true. If that's what you're into, some people like that. Nothing wrong with that. Vacations, or world traveler here knows about that. Going all over the place. But yes, it does afford you the opportunity to do something on your own. Okay, without the high risk involved. It is work. It is work. You have to be good at networking with others.
Yeah, no, definitely. No
Yeah.
matter what you do, you
Exactly.
constantly have to put yourself out there. And
Yes.
no matter what you do, it's hard work.
Exactly.
You put in the work, and then it pays off. But you still got to keep going.
Exactly.
It's not just
Which is
stop.
why I always say to you, what is your passion? Because if you're not passionate about something, you're not going to be consistent.
Yes.
You're not going to be persistent. You're not going to keep it going,
Yes.
right? But once you're passionate about it, you get up in the morning. It's a no-brainer.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yes.
So why not do what you are passionate about? Focus on your business, and then if you want to do little things on the side, fine. Just don't allow yourself to be railroaded. Don't sabotage yourself by going off and forgetting what you're doing. By all means, explore possibilities, but make sure your focus stays where you are passionate and continue to grow your thing. And I promise you, it will just kind of evolve into what you want it to. Patience, though.
Patience is key. Thank you so much, Dr. Sonia.
You're more than
And
welcome.
I'll put her information in the link if you want to get more information about her. I hope our conversation will be beneficial to you, and I am taking that advice because I need to stay focused. I get distracted no matter where I'm at, and right now my eyes is on the prize. So until next time, thank you for tuning in.